get when you stick an entire company of creatives in isolation for 2 months. Back in March, when COVID hit BC, the whole company had to shut down, and by April, it was becoming pretty clear that everyone needed a distraction from all the bad news and the cabin fever that was setting in. Our Zoom calls were getting pretty weird.
Does anyone want to see my nunchucks?
Yeah, I definitely want to see it.
Yes. For sure.
Oh my god.
Let me see. I want to see.
So that's when we decided to launch the film race. And the race only had a couple rules. The teams had to write, shoot, edit, and deliver their film in a 48-hour window. They had to be comedy or horror or both. They had to be between 10 seconds and 4 minutes long. And they had to have audio and video. And the final thing was they had to incorporate a random element that was delivered to them on the morning of the race start somehow into their film. So you might be wondering what the random element that everyone could do during quarantine could be, because people couldn't go out to stores, they couldn't go get a prop. Not everyone was doing a verbal piece. Some people wanted to do silent films or animations. So I was kind of bashing my head against my keyboard for days trying to figure out what the random element could be, and then it kind of hit me, the Wikipedia random article button. So at 7 a.m. on Monday morning, everyone got an email explaining that they had to go to Wikipedia and then click the random article button 5 times. Then they got to pick their favorite article from that list, and they had to incorporate that article into their film as much as possible in any way they wanted, because I know that people don't have props and all this stuff at their house. Then the amount that they incorporate that into their film gives them a bunch of points. So then the race was off, and in 48 hours, we got 19 awesome films and a bunch of sleep-deprived people. But we ended up with 1 silent film, 1 DIY video, 2 super creepy horror films, 2 puppet movies, 2 cartoons in 48 hours, 2 cooking shows, 3 black and white films, 5 abstract comedies, and 1 film that I can only really describe as a man eating his lunch. So once all the films were submitted, we sent them over to our judges who anonymously ranked all of the films, and then that Friday we basically held the weirdest film festival in history, where we all just kind of got drunk on a 64-person Zoom call and laughed our butts off at each other going insane in quarantine, and then gave out some prizes. But at the end of it, we all loved the film so much, we decided we wanted to share them with you guys. So if you click the link in the description, it's going to take you to a supercut of all of the films that we played for that festival. And since we didn't have a live audience, I took some liberties with editing in audience applause. But now we're gonna play you the top 3 winners, and strap in, cause you're in for some weird stuff.
How long has it been? Is it even still 2020? I'm on another Zoom conference call. I'm not paying attention though. I'm studying Chinese history on the internet. Zhili click. Chinese Revolutionary War at the turn of the century. Interesting shit. But then, I hear them say my name. I don't know why. I don't know what they've asked me. I do know that I have something to ask them. Anybody want to see my nunchucks?
My nunchucks are powerful. I'm so good at it.
Okay, honey, I'm off. See ya.
Okay. Oh, speaking of which, you're gonna grab cookies, right?
You and your sweet tooth. Can't you just get it yourself?
Not while you're out. The new pandemic laws say we can only go out 1 at a time.
Right. Okay, well, I'll see what I can find. Bye.
Okay, bye. Love you. I do not love you.
Show transfer.
Oh, he who craveth sweets too much, thou'lt have them all in every touch.
What? Isabel's mom. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. It smells like a recipe. It tastes like a recipe. How am I gonna tell Isa? Oh shit!
Michelle, I'm back. The coronavirus didn't get me. Michelle? Michelle, where are my mother's ashes? Why are there desserts everywhere? He has time to bake, but he doesn't have time to finish the silver. Well, don't mind if I do.
Okay, so here's the thing. Hunger, it drives everything, right? I mean, how many times have you done really great work? Or had a really amazing conversation on an empty stomach? I mean, hunger permeates class, culture, gender. There is a species out there who doesn't need a dose of grub, whether it's a chemical infusion or just a nice cut of meat. Am I right? I know this is probably your first encounter with something like me, but you're kind of staring, and you're probably asking yourself, are those panther brows? Yeah, they are. Panthers don't just nibble on shrubs all day. They eat to survive. And you better believe, when you cover so much territory, you're gonna burn a lot of calories. Trust me. Sure, you could be really picky and wait for the perfect meal, get totally hangry, or you could grab what's there at the time and get that belly full. It's kind of like in that film, Ramaya Vastavaya. Am I saying that correct? Anywho, they're totally connected. Sure, it's a pretty, standard story of a billionaire city boy named Ram who falls for a poor farmer girl named Sana, and he has to get the brother's respect by working the farm to earn her hand in marriage. And you probably already guessed, but Ram is also set to marry his mother's brother's business partner's daughter. And of course his mother's all into that. But then there's also the landowner who Sona and her brother have a lifelong debt to in order to keep their dead mother's tomb from being destroyed or something. And the landowner is also working with the mother's brother's business partner's daughter so that his son can marry Sana. It's complicated. What this is getting at is for that Ram to prove himself, he has to, like, eat rice topped with these really, really hot chilies, like, every day. And it's super hard, but it's all he can eat to get the strength he needs to become worthy. The point being that no matter where we come from or what we're after, we're obligated to make the most of the food we have, no matter what the situation. Am I right?
What the fuck are you and where are my kids?
So, like I was saying, the thing about hunger... Have you by chance seen Ramaya Vastabaya?
And those are the top 3, guys. Weren't those awesome? It was amazing. They did that in 48 hours. So I want to give a huge shout out to everyone at the company who came out just to play with this because it was so much fun. Everyone put in so much effort and were so awesome. Also, I gotta give a big shout out to Michelle because she made an awesome BTS of their video when they had some pretty bad technical problems. So that link is also in the description. Check that one out. Go check out the rest of the films because they were great. And if you like these ones, check out some of our other stuff. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell, and I'll catch you guys next time there's a quarantine and we have to do something like this all over again. See you later, guys.